Praise the Lord, Trey here. So I sent out a poll on last week asking you all what you were having the most difficulty with, and the majority was talking about what to do with this thing, when you're playing. So we're going to help you all with that tonight with a few applications. I think I'm going to do 3 separate applications and maybe a couple of videos per application. So the first one will be that traditional church devotional progression 251, and then maybe we'll do a choir song application, and what we specify as praise and worship application. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. All right. We're going to get right on into this thing. And today we're going to start off with the devotional progression, that standard 251, that applies to I'm a soldier in the army, I get joy when I think about all those songs that apply to that progression. Okay? So I'm going to play a track of what we're going to try to develop to, but I'm actually going to teach a very simplified beginner version for everyone who has no idea of what to do with this left hand as far as applying left hand chords and accompaniment. I'm going to give you some bones, some structure that you can start to build on, okay? And even this track is going to be so complicated. Passing chords and lines and different things like that, but to get there you have to start somewhere. And I'll be honest, when I started to learn these things back in the 90s, we didn't have YouTube, I didn't have all these avenues of instruction, so I learned a lot by trial and error, but hopefully we can give you more of a systemized approach. So we're in the key of E flat, so hopefully if you're considering or concerned about broadening your sound, adding to your left hand, you should know the bare minimum. You should know your scales. Okay, so because if you can't at least pick out the single note bass, playing chords in your left hand is the least of your worries. You need to be able to listen to a song and pick out the single note bass. All right, for those who don't know, very quickly, E flat major scale is E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and E flat. Okay. So the progression we're going to deal with is called the 251 progression because it resolves on the 251. F is the 2, B flat is the 5, E flat is the 1. Okay? But the progression, the entire progression is start on the 1, E flat, go to the 4, and then finally the 251. Okay? We're just doing the bones here. I know in that track you heard all the running bass and all that good stuff. That's connecting the dots, but now we're just going to start from home. All right. As it relates to left hand chords, one simple thing you can do is remember the 5th and the 7th. Okay? Again, you should be able to listen to a song and find that single note bass. So, okay, it's E flat, A flat, F, B flat, E flat. So now, keep it in the back of your mind, we're in the key of E flat. That's your center. But I want you to look at every tone of that progression as another key. I tell you why. Because when you do that, then you can start adding to those tones and getting a left hand accompaniment. So think 5, 7, 5th and 7th. So what is a 5th? It is the 5th tone of the major scale. The 7th is the dominant 7 or the minor 7 of a major scale. So if I'm losing you, you need to go back and find that video where I taught scales and taught the different chord types, okay? Okay. That's 3, that's 4, that's 5, Okay, so the fifth in the key of E flat is the B flat. So you can simply add that fifth to that first tone, E flat, and you already have a level of accompaniment for your left hand. Okay, so what was the next note? A flat. So again, while staying in the context of E flat, what's the A flat major scale? Alright, so what's the fifth? I hope you said E flat. So now you went from single bass to this. Okay? Alright, now all we have left is the 2-5-1. So now go to the 2 and now think of an F major scale. So what's the 5? 5 is C. So you play the fifth, which is the 1 and the 5. The perfect fifth. Okay? Same thing, now we have the B flat is next. B flat major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your 5. Okay? And now we're back home. Okay? So in the context of this devotional progression, we're going to play on the first and the third beat. Okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, sorry, 2, 3. Okay? So it changes once you get to the 2-5-1. Playing on every beat instead of every other beat. Okay? I get joy when I think. Now I know I'm saying it very straight and box style. We'll jazz it up if you will later. I get joy when I think about what he's done for me. I get joy when I think about what he's done for me. I keep wanting to hit this E flat here. That's wrong. What he's done for me. Okay. Yeah, I'm so used to doing so much stuff on these type of movements. Sometimes it's hard for me to simplify. Okay. So now that right hand, a lot of things you can do. Okay. A lot of things, different chords. You can play majors and dominant sevenths, different things. We're going to start off with a simple E flat major. Okay, E flat G, B flat. Then we want to go to the A flat dominant seventh, second inversion. That's a mouthful, but that's what it is. Okay, and that's E flat, G flat, A flat, C. Okay. So now you want a dominant seventh in the key of F. That 2 was what? F. That's the dominant. All we're doing is playing an inversion of it, okay? This is E flat, F, A, and C. What's next? Going to the 5. B flat, so we want a B flat dominant 7. And the reason I'm playing inversions of these chords, you want to have as less movement as possible. And I'm not saying that as a strict rule, but as a general rule, you don't want to be going all over the keyboard. You can play all these chords in root position. E flat dominant, A flat, F, B flat, okay? how I'm playing it, it's all in the box. Okay, so we were on the 5, B flat dominant 7. Okay? D, F, A flat, B flat, and you're back home to an E flat major. All right, so let's try the chords with just a single bass. Okay? Simple enough. All right, now we're going to add that fifth to every note, okay? Add the fifth. Let's try. We're going to slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I said from the beginning to think fifth, but also think seventh. So you all that know, now we've been playing dominant seventh chords in the right hand. But on songs like this, also on that 1, 4, 2, 5, 1, you can play the 1 and exchange. Instead of that fifth, you can play the dominant seventh on top. That gives you a whole different sound. Okay? So hopefully you know your dominant sevenths, but in case you don't, I'm going to tell you how to figure it out. So in the key of E flat, again, major scale. So this is the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the major 7. Anytime we say dominant, we want to drop that a half step. Okay? Minor 7, dominant 7, flat 7, whatever you want to call it. It's one note below, 1/2 step below the 7. All right? So instead of the 1 and the 5, now you're going to have the 1, E flat, and D flat. You're going to do the same thing on the A flat. 7, drop it. All right? To the F. That's major 7. Drop it. You have F and E flat. To the B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now there's B flat, A flat, and you're back home. So now we can apply the same chords playing the 7th in the left hand. See that? All right, and believe it or not, that's it for tonight. So I want you to focus on finding that 5 in the 7. So the 5 is easy. It's simply the 5th interval or note of the major scale. But that 7, find the major 7 and drop it. I hope this is helping somebody. Drop some comments. Let me know what you need if this is helping you. And also, if you don't know your major scales, if you don't know how to find what a dominant 7 is, I don't want to be repetition and keep on teaching the same things. I'm going to post a link in the comment section. I did a fundamental series last year. I'm going to post that link so you can find all of those videos and maybe you can get up to speed and up to par to the rest of the group. All right, guys. God bless you. Talk to you later.